Hello, guys. Welcome back to another election prediction video. Same time, we're doing my 2022 House predictions. Now, so far, the Republicans are favored. They do have 214 seats that are already within their column, according to this map. And I kind of agree with most of these states, except Ron Kind. I think it's going to be a likely Republican seat. Area in Tennessee, I think it's just going to be safe Republican, not really the competitive state with Montana's district right here. To be safe Republican. And Boebert's district, I also kind of expect to be safe Republican. So we're going to go into these ratings here down at the bottom. All right, we'll start with Valadejo. Now, he's in a Biden 1 district of about 13 points. It's going to be hard for him to hold on here, and that's why I think it's going to be a narrow Democratic flip. Mike Garcia, he always pulls off these extremely close election victories, which I think he's going to pull off again. Michelle Steele, I also think she's going to be able to pull off a victory. Same with the others. In Colorado's district, it only favors Democrats by 4.7%. I think it's going to be a Republican flip. Let's keep on going through here. Iowa, I think Iowa's entire delegation is going to go Republican. I agree with this rating of lean Republican. Illinois 13, I also agree with this rating. However, Cherry Busto's seat, I think the Republicans are going to end up flipping this seat in their favor with Indiana's rating. Kansas, I also think their entire delegation is going to be turning Republican, and I also would put it as lean Republican. Jared Golden, I think he's the one rare exception for Democrats. I think he's the right type of moderate Dem to probably end up winning this state still by a very, very narrow margin. I think he'll pull it off, though. Peter Maher, I kind of expect him to hold on here. Even though it's a very Democratic district, I think I expect him to win here. Felissa Slotkin, I also expect her to be able to win this district against. Well, no, I don't expect her to win. I said that. I expect her to bring up a very close fight and battle here. But Biden's approval ratings are just so bad in the state of Michigan that I think that's going to be really dragging her down and probably going to lead to her loss here in November. Daniel Kildee, I think he's going to be able to hold on here. I think he's a pretty popular politician. I think he'll be able to hold on against the Republican wave. Michigan 10, I also agree with that rating. Angela Craig in Minnesota, I don't think she's going to be able to hold on here. I think the Republicans are going to be able to flip this seat just because Minnesota's having a pretty competitive governor's race here. I think they'll get a lot of Republicans out to turn out to vote in Minnesota, and that's why I think the seat will flip. Butterfield's seat, it's pretty substantially Democratic. I think they'll narrowly hold it. However, the open seat in North Carolina, I think, would go to Republicans. Don Bacon, I would even put it as just likely Republican. I don't even think it's going to be that competitive whatsoever. I think he'll be able to hold on here just as a moderate Republican. I think he's going to be able to be unseated. Now, the one competitive seat in New Hampshire, I think that's all it's going to be able to flip Republican. Just because Biden only won it by 5.7%, I do think there'll be enough of a swing here that he'll end up losing if they have a good candidate. In New Mexico's 2nd District, Republican already holds this, so I do think incumbency advantage will definitely come into play there. Susie Lee's district, it's already showing her in a competitive race. I think she's going to end up losing here so far. So pretty much an evenly split delegation in Nevada. Lee Zeldin's district, I think a decent Republican will probably run here and probably end up winning this district by a likely margin. Thomas Ruzi's district will be pretty competitive, but I still think a Democrat will be able to hold that area here. Now, New York 18, New York 19, and New York 22. First things first, least Democratic district here will probably go to Republicans by, I would say, a lean Republican margin, I would say. Maybe even likely. It's very hard to tell. If Lee Zeldin really does the numbers here, maybe it could go to likely, but I'm going to put it as lean for now. New York 22, however. Let me go to New York really quick. Helps me if I just see which district. All right, New York 22 is this one, John Katko, and New York 18. Well, with John Katko not running, I think that really hurts Republicans here, which is why I think the Democrats will be able to hold that. Over New York 18, I see that going to the Republicans. Let me scroll back down now. Okay, so that's New York done. Steve Chabot, he's an incumbent Republican. I'll have to look at Ohio for this, because I know they will have at least 2 safe Democratic districts. Yeah, I don't think they're going to be able to. Republicans, We're probably going to be able to easily flip Ohio 13. Let me scroll back down now. I think Republicans are probably going to sweep the Ohio delegation here by pretty decent margins. Even Ohio 13, it might even go to a likely Republican, honestly. And Oregon, that one swing district there that a progressive has taken over there, I think that progressive is going to pull off a narrow victory come November. In Pennsylvania, Matt Cartwright, he's pretty much done. There's no way he's going to be able to win this seat. It's just way too Republican. He's going to be probably losing it. Susan Wild, she's in a very swingy district. I also expect her to lose here. Pennsylvania, Connor Lamb's old seat. I think a Democrat's going to be able to hold it. It's only 6% Democratic, so I think it'll be a very narrow fight, but I think they'll pull it off. Rhode Island second. So far, Republican has been leading here in the polls, but that was conducted before the Roe v. Wade decision. I think it'll still be lean Democratic, but I need to see more polling out of this district for sure. Texas 15, that new open seat. Yeah, I agree with this rating here. Just lean Republican. Could even go to likely. Henry Cuellar, it's going to be very competitive, but I still think he'll be able to pull it off. He's that right type of moderate Dem to get a bit of crossover support from Republicans. In Texas 34, we currently have a Republican representing this district, but I do think the Democrat will probably end up fending her off in this election. Elaine Luria, yeah, she's probably going to lose. It's only 3.1% Democratic. Abigail Spanberger, she's a moderate Dem, so I do think she'll be able to hold off any Republicans' chances at flipping this district. Into the Washington State's district. You go back to the top. Where we're at, 233 to 201 so far. With this district, I will say the Washington Senate race is getting a little bit more competitive. It's in the likely margin, which is why I would put this as a Republican flip. So this is my election prediction. If the House election was held today, 234 Republicans to 201 Democrats. Let me know what you think of this prediction in the comments below. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.